Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series, we're working on the very end of our unit on change in business. In this class and the next class, we're going to put together all of our business skills in a final case study. And the purpose of the case study is going to be to put together everything we've learned about talking about change and future plans, introducing a change. In this case, our case study is going to be to present a change that we think should happen to make a company run more efficiently. So we'll be talking about that in just a minute. First, a little bit about me. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means try to turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom nice and quiet. Rule 2, tune in to the new words you're learning. Use them as actively as you can so that I can correct you and give you feedback. Last, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And that is all you need to know about me. Let me say welcome back to all of you. Welcome back, Greg, Mulhan, Rebecca. Nice to see you. I'm going to get the material on screen for you. It's loading right now. And I added something to our map. So what I'm going to do is just really quickly, we're going to do a super quick review using the language map that I created for you. Sorry, the mind map I created for you of the unit. Okay? So you have the link to the notes, but I'll put it there in the chat window as well. And in the notes, let's scroll down to today's class and I'll open the mind map. We'll do a quick review and then we'll go into our case study. Okay, so let me go down to page 6. These are all of our links for Unit 12, which is the unit on change. And I'm going to start by opening the mind map. Now remember, the mind map is not an exercise, it's a test. So it's a test to see how well you can remember something without any context or any kind of clue. By the way, if you want to open the mind map yourself, you'll get this screen that says there is no preview available. But if you click Connect More Apps, oops, can't have any Hangouts here. If you click Connect More Apps, you'll be able to add this app, which is a free app called Mind Map, and that will allow you to open the map in your browser. You can also download it, okay? But anyway, if you want to open it in the browser, use the Mind Map application. It's free. And then don't forget to save a copy to your Google Drive, which you can do here under the top right side. All right, it's almost there. Loading. Ah, there's our unit on change. You know it's change when you see Obama. He promised hope and change. So I put a little Obama there for you. Do you like my Obama? No one cares. Everyone's quiet. Is anyone out there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought I was alone. I didn't hear anything. Okay.
No. I don't have any idea about Obama. Just that I can see the news, so.
Well, he ran on the election platform of hope and change. So I put him there for change. There we go. This is what we learned in the grammatical section that we did yesterday. We learned future forms, and we learned ways to talk about probability. So let's look at future forms first. on the left side, we learned the future perfect, and we learned two ways to use the future continuous. Now, what I want you to do is look at the little note there and tell me if you can either give me the formula for the verb tense, what words make up the verb tense, or give me an example. So the first one we have is right here, future perfect, something that will be done by a particular time in the future. Okay? So what I want you to do, and this is a review for those of you who aren't here, just so you know, that we've already done this. This is just a review. So Hytham, you won't have seen this before, okay? But this came out of our material. Because this is actually the 9th class in the unit, and there's going to be 10 classes altogether. Next week we're going to start a new unit. Okay, but that doesn't matter. You can still participate. These are just conversation classes. Okay, so as a quick review, future perfect. Someone give me the formula or give me an example of the future perfect, and I'll open the map and we'll check. Who wants it?
Can I do it?
Please do.
Okay. This class will have finished by 12 p.m.
By 12 p.m. Spanish time.
Yeah.
Because my time will be 11 p.m.
No,
Okay?
me too. Yeah, in England as well.
Right. Okay? I'm going to open it up. If you want to open any part of the map, you just click the F button on your keyboard. Boom. I opened it. We will have completed it by next month. It's just like the class will have finished by 12. So will, have, past participle, you are absolutely right. Now, we've got two different ways to use the future continuous. One is part of a future program, when you're describing part of something that's been scheduled in the future. The other is a particular time, something taking place in a particular time. Maybe I should say something going on at a particular time. Maybe that's a better way to say it. Okay? So for those of you who are here, I want you to give me an example. The formula you probably know. It's not will, have, past participle. You probably know what the formula is. But I'd like you to give me an example if you can, and we'll see how close you are. Okay? So, who wants to give an example of future continuous 1 or 2 that we've learned in the previous classes? Who wants to try it out?
I can.
Please do.
At 2 o'clock, I'll be eating.
Okay, is that continuous 1 or 2?
2.
Let's open it up. At 2 o'clock, I'll be eating. And my example was, I'll be on vacation that whole week. I agree. I think you're right. Because you name a specific time, it forces you to use the future continuous to talk about that time in particular. Okay? I agree. It sounds good. Can anyone do future continuous 1? Describing something that's part of a future program, something that has been scheduled in the future. Anyone want it? This one is going to be a little different.
Can I do it?
Please do.
We'll be holding some meetings over the 6 months, the next 6 months.
We'll be holding some meetings over the next 6 months. Sounds pretty good. And let's see what I have. I'll be going over the report with them at the meeting. So basically, the difference is that you just don't add a time reference. If you say over the next 6 months, I think that's good too. Rebecca, I think it's good because it's not a particular time. Right? So I think you're right. But basically, if you don't put a time reference, you're talking about some time in the future where the action is happening. Right? Part of the future programming. We don't know when it's going to happen. So, we'll be, say yours again.
The same sentence.
Yeah, say yours again. Over the next 6 months, we'll be doing what? We'll be
We will be holding
holding meetings, right?
meetings. Yeah.
Okay, we'll be holding meetings. So the program is that we have some kind of project going on and we'll have to have meetings to complete the project. So I think it's a really good example. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I can say to help you see the difference is this. Future continuous one could be replaced with will. You could use the future simple. It means about the same thing. But it sounds much more natural if you use the future continuous. Future continuous 2, you really have to use the continuous form because you're stressing this period of time when the action will be happening, not complete. Okay? So that is a quick review of the verb tenses. Let's close it up. Expressing zero probability. Who wants it?
Want.
I am definitely not going to be at the meeting by tomorrow morning.
Okay. I'm definitely not going to be there, or I definitely won't be there. Good. Rebecca, what would you say?
Yeah, I said probably won't.
Probably won't. Uh-oh. Is that zero?
No, it's not zero. No, I'm confused. Definitely won't.
Definitely won't. Okay. And I
Yeah.
put definitely won't. So it's right. 25% probability.
Probably won't.
Now we've got our probably. Let's see. Probably won't. Or it is doubtful was another key expression from the material.
Yeah.
It's doubtful that'll be there. Probably won't. Jose, what do you think about 50% probability? How would you express that?
Yes, 50% probability, for example, perhaps,
Perhaps?
or probably won't.
Well, I would say that's less. But perhaps is exactly equal, 50-50.
Equal. Okay.
And I added another key expression. It may or may not happen, because you hear native speakers say that a lot. So perhaps, or it may or may not.
Okay.
Very good. All right. And so, Daniel, what do you think about 75% probability?
I to be bound to is 100. No?
Okay, so let's go with 100%. Bound to is 100%. What else is 100%? You're bound to do it 100%. That was from yesterday. Good. Anything else?
Will definitely.
Will definitely. Okay, bound to and will definitely. Class, anything else we want to add to 100%? We have bound to and will definitely.
Is certain to.
Certain to. Okay, let's take a look. Bound to, certain to, and will definitely are the right answers. Okay, so that leaves us with 75%. Who wants 75%?
I can if you want.
Probably.
Go for it.
To be likely to.
Likely to? Sounds good.
There is a good chance of something.
Likely to? There's a good chance it will happen. Anything else?
I'm seeing what. Probably. It will be probably. No.
Okay, probably. Just the word probably. Yeah, I agree with that too. Let's open it up and take a look. There's a good chance, are likely to, or is likely to, will probably, and that's it. Those are the three answers. You're right. So, for you to review the key language after class or after the unit is over, go to the mind map, open it up, look at the prompt, and see what you can remember. Try to remember specific sentences from the unit if you can. It will make it a little easier. Another thing you can do is use these prompts to create flashcards. Go to Anki or another flashcard program, or use paper flashcards, right? And just put sentences that match the parts of the map. So we got our grammar points. We had our vocabulary over here, phrasal verbs and collocations. Whoops, adjectives is spelled wrong. And we had, let's close this. And we had our key phrases here. There we go. Planning an event, making informed predictions. We're going to come back to this because we're going to need to use a lot of this language today. So I'm actually going to, well, I'm not going to open it all. It's too big, but I'll leave that on the board and we'll come back to it. Okay? When you're done reviewing, if you click up here to Google Drive, it'll save it to your personal Google Drive. You'll have a copy of the map for free in your notes. You can go to it anytime you like. Okay? So I highly recommend you do that. All right. Let's go with our case study. Oh, and of course, I don't have the case study here. Great. I don't have the note here. You know what? Hang on a second, because I've got to actually... I didn't put the link. So give me just a second to open the link. I don't even know if I can. Hold on a second. I should have put this here last night, and I just realized now that I forgot to open the link. So let me see if I can get it. If I can't get it, I'm going to have to leave the class and come back because I have to sign into a different account where I create all the material. Okay, but let's see. Maybe I've got it. Maybe I have it. Let's see. Change. Of course, if it doesn't load, I can't. There we go. Change 4. Nope, I don't have it. I have to open up something else. All right. Give me just a second. I have to open another browser. So I will open this in right now, and it's going to take a minute. So as I'm doing this, Daniel will entertain you with his magic and juggling skills. Right, Daniel? You'll keep everyone entertained. Odie will tell a few jokes. Right?
How's the weather in the world?
It's going to take me a minute to open this because I think I can't even open it with the Hangout on. Let me see. It's going to be really slow. But it will open within the next 5 minutes, so it'll be there. Okay, it's actually opening now. This is really going to be slow. Well, if I can open Firefox while I'm opening Chrome without crashing my computer, we'll be in good shape. So hang on just a second. Okay, I got Firefox open, so that's good. Now I just have to share the document with myself, with my other account, and then I can open it for you. So give me a moment and I'll be there. Okay, changes 4. Let's see if I can open this and give you the link. Okay, I found it. Okay, now I'm opening the presentation. As soon as it's open, I'll give you the link and we will get started. Sorry for the delay, everyone. But we're almost there. Okay, I'm just opening the link now so that I can paste it for you. All right, looks like I have the link. So now I'm going to paste it in the chat window. And I think we're ready. Okay, so I'm pasting it now in the group chat first. And then in the regular chat. And I'm going to open it up. Access denied. Unbelievable. All right, but that's okay. We can do it in a different way. I don't know why access is denied to my own document. Okay, we're going to do it in a different way. What I'm going to do is share the screen with you for this class. And then I'll give you the link later. I don't know why it's not letting me in. Okay, but not a problem. Anyway, I got it open. That's the main thing. So let's go here. There we go. Okay, change. Where's our context? Geez, I hope we're not missing a page because I usually start with the context. We're going to start here actually on the second page. Every time we do a case study, it's good to keep in mind some key ideas from experts in the field that will help us think about it. So here we've got Robert Lambert, Senior Lecturer in Management Information Systems at the Cranfield School of Management. Before we talk about making a change in an organization and have a little meeting where we try to put that change into use, we're first going to read about an expert view, and we're going to try to pinpoint what his advice is, and then we're going to try to use his advice when we have our meeting. So let's get someone new, someone who hasn't read before. Maybe I could go to Hytham.
Yes.
Can you read this for us, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. The expert view. All organizations recognize the need to change, but many experience difficulty in delivering the anticipated benefits of any change initiative. One of the main causes of failing to deliver a return on investment is the poor quality of original business case. Early planning is critical to successful change, and needs to include a clear and measurable statement of anticipated benefits, plus an outline of the internal resources required. It also needs to consider the implication of the proposed change, both for the business and for employees. The organizations need to develop a consistent way of initiating and implementing change.
Okay, very good. So, just some vocabulary, just some pronunciation.
Yeah.
Consistent with that s sound. Consistent.
Consistent, yeah. Consistent.
Okay. And also, there was another one too.
Consider.
Yeah, consider. That was it. Consider.
What is it?
I lost it. It's there somewhere. But anyway.
Under. Yeah, to the left. 3 lines down to the left. No. 3 lines more.
Which
More.
line?
More.
I'm lost. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just repeat. Consider.
I can't hear you.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Slowly. Consider.
Consider.
Yeah. I think the difficulty is we don't really say con. It's
Yeah.
really we swallow the syllable. Con. Consider.
It's because I speak French. In French, they say
Considérer.
Oui, considérer quelque chose.
So with those con words, if the stress is not on the first syllable, we're not going to say the vowel in English. The vowel is O, but we don't say cone. We say con. Consider. Okay?
Okay.
So, what about the gist? Let's try to boil this down to one basic statement. What is Dr. Rob Lambert trying to tell us when we're going to make changes or propose changes in an organization? What's the gist of this?
Many times, a lot of companies are recognize that the changes they need change, but they fail on the business plan.
Ah,
To-
okay.
The company needs to know needs to know the real benefits of change.
The company needs to know. What do you mean by the company?
Before to do changes,
Mhm.
it's a good idea to know what will be the benefits of the change.
Okay, so when the change is announced, I think what you're saying is it's important to put yourself in the shoes of the people who are going to be affected by it. Let them know how they're going to be affected by it. Why it's important to implement the change. So we've got two ideas. Greg's idea is that the business plan is where people fail, and Daniel's idea is that communicating the importance of the change is another place where people are less successful with presenting.
Can I say something?
Please do.
Well, for me, the guest would be
The gist?
the gist. The gist would be the failure or the successful
Failure
change.
or success?
Success. The failure or the success of the change. You know, the difference.
The difference between the failure and the success. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the business plan, because I think that Greg has his finger on one key idea. What can we take away from this? If we are going to create a business plan, what do you think is the essential element that Dr. Lambert is trying to get us to think about? What is it we need to do in the business plan to make it successful?
A statement before, you know, a kind of research.
Okay. So research.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
And to have clear our goals, you know.
So research to clarify the goals. Okay. Greg, would you add anything to that? Because you mentioned business plan.
Sorry, can you go through that again? I was with another theme. Sorry.
You mentioned that the business plan is probably the gist of what we need to think about, according to this expert.
Yes.
Rebecca said doing a bit of research so we can clarify the goals is part of it. Would you add anything to that? If we, us as a group today, are going to propose a change, what should we keep in mind when we do our business plan? What's the essential thing, do you think?
Right. It's to I think the main problem or the main difficulties is that to planificate and
To plan?
to plan the result of any change, to find a measurable tools to make a projection of what we want to change.
Take a look in the chat window, everyone. SMART. This is something you hear all the time. It's almost a cliche in business. SMART is an acronym. Does everyone remember what it means? Your goals should be SMART. You heard that before?
Intelligent.
No, not intelligent.
No?
It's an acronym. An acronym is a word. It's a word made up of other words.
I remember that you have given us the full sentence, but I can't remember it right now.
And then that doesn't help us. Streamline is a good guess. I'll tell you in just a second because I don't remember the exact thing. But you're right. It's the right idea. Hang on a second. Let me just get you the right. I know that M is for measurable. I remember that. Yeah, measurable is right. Hang on just a second here, and I'll tell you. There we go. Specific. S is for specific. M is for measurable. So I think, Greg, this is what you were getting at about the way we should plan. Specific, measurable. You said realistic. Agree? Don't forget about attainable. Attainable. Meaning that you've got goals that we can actually reach. And the last one, SMART, the T, time bound. Yeah, or time oriented. So there you go. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time bound. Okay, and I think that goes back to what Daniel was saying earlier too, about if people know the importance of it, that's like the specific part. The planning part could be that it's time bound, that it's realistic. And then Rebecca said research. So research would help us with pretty much all of it, but also making it attainable. If you've researched it, you might know the key ingredients that would make it a plan that we can put into effect. We're not just guessing. All right. I wanted to do that just to give a little bit of background here and to take Dr. Rob Lambert's idea a little bit further. So I think if we keep the SMART idea in mind, we really can't go wrong. Let's go back a page here and let's take a look at a real situation. We're going to read about changes at Medstin, which is Medstin produces high-tech diagnostic machines for hospitals. These are all real companies, by the way. Jose, can you read the first part for us? We're going to each take a section here.
Yes.
Go for it.
Medstin produces high-tech diagnostic machines for hospitals. It has manufacturing plants and sales offices around the world. Recently, the company has lost orders because its biggest competitors are manufacturers in China, who can produce similar products for a considerably lower price. The management board brought in a business consultancy to analyze the company as soon as change to make it work more efficiently. Their findings were as follows.
Okay, so we're going to turn over to another reader, but just a quick question. Jose, what kind of equipment do you think that Medstin specializes in?
It's
you?
a specialist in high technology, no?
Yeah, like what? What do you think that they might produce?
Produce diagnostic machines for hospitals.
That's true. Like what?
Like what?
In your experience, what kind of thing do you think they might produce? Have you been to a
Produce
hospital?
uh, produce machines, no, for hospitals.
Yeah, but like what?
Like what?
Can, can you give us an example? What do you think?
Example, uh, rice, rice machines of rice X, no?
Not Ray X, but X-ray. Uh-oh. Dog. he, someone was.
I don't know the name of the machines.
You said it right, just backwards. X-ray.
X-ray. Okay.
X-ray.
X-ray.
Absolutely, I agree. So an X-ray machine, that's not a. Well, it's high tech. Yeah, it's high. It's an old tech, but it's high tech. Sure. Rebecca, be careful with your dogs. Make sure you feed them before class, or they might attack you. Was that Rebecca with the dogs? I think it was. Daniel, what's a tack? Because in English we say it the other way. Not tack, but the exact opposite. It's exactly the reverse.
Yes. Computerizing axial tomography. No?
Computerized?
Computerized axial
What's the next one?
tomography.
Sorry? What's the...
Axial. A-X-E-A-L.
Axial. Ah, axial. That's it.
Axial.
Is that what it stands for? Really? I didn't know that.
Tomography. In Spanish, tomografía axial computerizada.
Ah, okay. So in English, I didn't know it was axial, but anyway, in English, it's a cat. We don't say tack, we say cat.
Cat.
So the C comes first. So CAT scan machines, X-ray machines, those kind of things. Okay? So just to be clear, what kind of company we're dealing with. Mr. Odie, you've been unbelievably quiet. Are you there?
Yes.
Oh, good. Mr. Odie, read about the company. These are the findings that the consultants suggested. Read the company part, what the changes were in the company.
Okay. The company least profitable sales or manufacturing offices. Mannheim sales office, Germany losing 5% of client each year. Los Angeles,
U.S.
United States, U.S. United U.S. Overheads highest of all location. Oslo North highest payroll cost and smallest number of staff. Old manufacturing technology slows down production. And the last point is highly how do I
Higher?
hierarchy I don't know.
Higher?
Higher arc
Kickle.
hierarchical structure.
Hierarchical.
Hierarchical structure. Okay. Too many layers of management.
All right. So,
By the way, why I have need permission to open the slide?
because there's something wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I have to fix it, but I have to do it after class. But anyway,
Okay.
you should need permission, but I'll fix it later, and then I'll post it. I need permission
Okay.
too. I can't open it. I had to sign into a different account, so something's weird. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, at least I can share my screen. Just a quick question. The highest overheads were in Los Angeles. What kinds of things might be part of the overhead? Let's clarify that word, overhead. Odie, if you have an idea, you can let me know first because you were reading.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not sure, I'll ask the class.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Class, what kinds of
Too
things
much,
might... Go
too
ahead.
much costs.
Exactly, overheads or costs. What kinds of things might be part of the overheads in Los Angeles? What kind of factors or elements or whatever? What do you think's driving up the price?
Uh,
Use your imagination here. We don't know for sure,
mm-hmm.
but if you had to guess,
The employee, the payroll of the employees.
could be, but they don't mention it specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So in Norway they do.
Location rent.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the cost of the space. Los Angeles, although I've got to say Los Angeles doesn't have as high rents as New York and San Francisco as far as I know, but that could be it. Mannheim and Oslo perhaps have lower rents. Overheads. It's usually the physical space. Usually. Could be other things too. All right? Maybe they have to rent equipment instead of owning the equipment or whatever. All right. So, what do you think? We've got one reader. I need another reader for staff. Who wants it?
Okay, if you want.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Rebecca,
Uh-oh.
first lady.
Fight for it. Fight for it.
Can I have a question first?
Go for it.
Okay, about the payroll, highest payroll, costs, and smallest number of staff.
Mm-hmm.
What's the meaning of payroll here? Is it the same meaning does it has the same meaning as wage?
No.
Salary.
No, not salary. Not salary.
Mm.
Second guess. Salary is what the employees earn, of course. The payroll costs. I don't think.
Okay. The amount of money that the company pays to the worker.
No,
The
I don't
workers.
think so. I don't think so.
Is your money every month?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I
Yeah.
don't think so. No, I could be
Are you
wrong.
sure?
I'm pretty sure.
The paper.
It's not when you.
Is your money the money that your company pay to the person every month? The
I don't
least.
think so. I don't think so because that would be your salary, but they don't say salary, so I don't
Is
think
the
so.
paper. The paper when you can see your money.
Yeah, we're getting there. Greg, what were you saying? Because I think we cut you off.
I think yes. I thought that it was when you contract a staffing company to do something for you.
That's it.
What?
That's it.
Say again, please.
Say again. For
Is if when you contract a staffing company to do something for you.
and in this case, what are they doing for you
Um,
in this context?
Pay for it.
What?
Probably they are making the physically the machines.
No, not necessarily. Physically the machines. Machines for what?
The diagnostic, the product.
No.
Machine, no?
For payroll costs? No. For payroll. Payroll, you got the right idea. It's a subcontractor. But in this case, it's the person organizing the payments. So as far as I know, I could be wrong about this because I'm a native speaker and even for me it's not 100% clear. But as far as I know, you're subcontracting someone to organize all of the payments and to make the payments for you. An intermediary. Could even be a bank, maybe. Some banks have a program like this. So let's say it's a bank. You pay Deutsche Bank, let's say, to keep a list of your employees, to pay them on time, and you then have to pay Deutsche Bank, if that's the intermediary, to cover the costs that they lent you to pay your employees every month.
So it's a kind of administrative outsourcing.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of administrative outsourcing, exactly. Probably it's something to do with the bank because your operational costs might be low on a particular day, but your employees must be paid no matter what. So just in case that happens, you've got a third party that might cover the costs and then you reimburse them. Or it could be purely administrative, like you said, and it's just such a logistical nightmare that you need someone who specializes in it. And this someone pays hundreds of companies, and that's what they do. That's all they do. That's their business. Okay? I'm pretty sure that that's what this means. I don't think it means salary because it says costs. And so a cost is, it's something extra, something that you have to assume as part of your business, not the core business. The salary is part of the core of the company. You have to pay the workers. So this is an added cost. That's what I meant to say, an added cost. Anyway, we'll find out more about it in just a minute, but I think that's the idea. Rebecca, you were going to do staff for us, so let's find out the problems with the staff according to the consultants.
So okay, shall I read?
Please do.
Okay. The staff trend for open plan offices results in a high level of noise with constant distractions for workers and subsequent lack of concentration.
Open plan means?
Open plan officer is a new idea.
Open is
sorry.
Literal here. Go ahead, Greg.
I think it's a kind of office that there's no separations, there's no wall between one and between the employees.
Exactly. There's no divisions at all. It's open. Literally
no
open.
Walls. Okay.
No walls, right.
Okay. 12 hours shifts in a manufacturing plant too long. The last 2 hours are unproductive. Flexi time in office is unmonitored. Those working 40-50 hours a week
40 to 50.
Okay, 40 to 50 hours a week resent employees who bend the rules. Problematic in 8 out of 10 locations.
So flexi time means?
A flexibility in the hour you can go to work.
Flexibility when you can go to work. Okay. So do you have to work the same hours as everyone else?
You can change the hours.
You can change the hour, but do you have to work the same amount of total hours as everyone else?
Yes. Of course.
So it's still 40 hours, but you don't have to get up at 6 in the morning like everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and are workers happy about that? The ones who don't have flexi time, are they happy about that?
No.
No. So that's this point here. There's resentment about people bending the rules. In fact, it's not bending the rules. If it's flexi time, it's allowed. But obviously, it's creating tension between some of the employees. Okay? Last two, Rebecca.
Office staff lunch hours last on average 80 minutes.
Wow. Good lunch.
Yes.
Big lunch.
It's 1 hour and 30 minutes. Oh.
Yeah. I don't even get lunch.
Computer systems downtime means that each employee is unproductive on average 1 hour a week.
Now, this is something I can relate to. The Hangouts never work right. Okay. So think about these changes. We don't have the changes. We have the problems. Think about these problems in the company and in the staff. And this is really important. So we can't have our meeting to fix the problem if we don't understand what the problem is. Are there any questions about the company or the staff that you've read about now? Anything unclear? We fixed the payroll confusion, so anything else that we need to clarify?
I don't know what that does bend the rules mean.
Bend the rules is just an expression.
Yeah, but
and here
Yeah.
Well, you know what break the rules means?
Oh,
If I,
yes.
it's the same. It's
It's the
exactly the
same.
same.
Okay.
Bend the rules, break the rules.
Perfect. Thank you.
Bend the rules maybe is a little different. Break the rules is you're really doing something wrong. Bend the rules is you're doing something a little bit wrong. You're not really breaking it, but you're close to breaking it. Okay?
At least you have the intention to break the rules.
There you go. Okay, Jose, Hytham,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
everything pretty clear so far? Or you want me to clarify anything here?
It's good.
Clear.
All right. Okay.
The staff, the second point,
Yeah.
12-hour shift.
12-hour shifts. Yeah.
I don't know the.
Shifts is in Spanish turnos.
Yes.
Yes, turnos.
Turnos.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Look, remember, the material that we're using nowadays in these units we've done at the end of 2014 and now in 2015 is really advanced. So I don't expect you to understand everything. It's quite advanced, and the language we're learning is also really advanced. In a unit or two, we're going to be in the advanced level, so it's going to get quite difficult. So that's why I'm spending a little extra time. Okay, we're going to finish class by just discussing the problem. In the next class tomorrow, we're going to have a meeting and we're going to solve the problem. But let's discuss the problem. Increasing operational efficiency. We've seen some of the problems. Let's start to talk about what we can do to fix it. First, is there anything companies like Medstin can do to secure jobs and the industry against cheaper and more competitive regions in the world? First of all, what was their problem? They were too expensive compared to whom? Do you remember? Who was their competitor? China, right.
China.
Right. So let's get a few opinions. And by the way, let's say a quick hello to Jose. Which Jose are you? Jose Andres? Welcome back, Jose.
Thank you. Hello.
Pretty good. You've been here before. I think I remember. This is not your first time, is it, Jose?
Yes, this is my first time.
Oh, really? I thought I recognized you. Okay. This is a business class, and what we're going to be doing, what we're doing today, and we're going to do tomorrow as well, is basically have a business meeting where we try to solve the problem for a company. The problem is we need to make proposed changes for the future. We've worked on the language of change. We'll review it tomorrow as well. But right now we're discussing something we just read, the problems with a company, Medstin, that makes tools for hospitals, diagnostical tools like X-ray machines and CAT scans. So class, based on what we read and based on your experience, is there anything that companies like Medstin can do considering the cheap alternatives out there? Is there anything that a company like Medstin could do, in your opinion?
They can start advertising their products more. They can start investing in new markets, and the last option that they have is making the workplace more efficient by decreasing the working hours of from 12 hours to 8 hours.
Okay, so you've got three proposals here. Three different proposals. My only question is, do companies like this, do they even advertise? I don't know the hospital industry, so do diagnostical tool companies, do they do advertising? If so, how? I mean, it's a good idea, but it's not like public advertising. Or maybe it is, I don't know. What do you think about that, class? Do you think advertising is something that Medstin could do? Considering the type of business?
I think they can do this because it's a kind of business to business.
Right, B2B we say, B2B, business to business. Okay, so B2B, what kind of B2B advertising do you think a company like Medston could do? Because it's not going to be putting TV ads, I assume.
I think a kind of advertise their product is make conference, for example.
Okay.
Make fair.
Make or do conferences. Make, do, or have. 3 choices.
Do conference.
Do conferences. If you do conferences, that means that you are attending them. If you have a conference, you are hosting them. So I think what you mean to say is that they are going to be the host. They're going to be the ones to set up the conference. So have conferences if you're the host.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think it's an interesting idea. So the conference could be about the latest in diagnostical tools, for example. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay. And Mulham said 3 things. Advertising, reducing the work hours, and what was the other one, Mulham?
Investing in new markets.
Investing in new markets. Okay. Well, let me see. This is a medical diagnostic company. I wonder what they could invest in.
Oh, nice. I think there's a rising industry for a rising industry of medical surgery in India, as far as I can remember. I think in India, because
Okay,
it's
so
more cost efficient and yeah.
So change the geography, not a new product market, but a new region market.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't understand. Okay, that's a good idea. So maybe even though it would cost to set up something in India, the return might be worth it. Okay, that's a very interesting idea, actually. Not only is he a psychologist, but he's a shrewd business planner. Beware of Mulham, everyone. Beware. Look out. Well, listen, I think we're going to have to stop here. What I'd like you to do is think about these discussion questions, come up with a few ideas. Okay, we've already got 3 ideas on the table. And tomorrow, we're going to take your ideas as the starting point for our meeting. What we're going to be doing tomorrow then is we're going to be deciding how Medston could increase its efficiency, and then we're going to prepare a little presentation to give to the Medston staff. In doing so, we're going to go back to our mind map and use those key expressions that we've learned that will help you structure your presentation. So we're going to have a little discussion in the beginning and then a mini presentation, and we'll try to get all of you involved in that presentation. So as long as you come prepared with ideas tomorrow, I think we'll be able to make some kind of little 30-second to 1-minute presentation, get you using the key language, and then we'll decide what direction we should go in as Medston, if we're going to assume the role. Okay? So your homework is just review on the mind map, but answer these discussion questions so that you come prepared tomorrow with some ideas. Let's stop here for today. By the way, I'm going to have an extra class for those of you who are in the pronunciation class on Monday. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to start that because we didn't get to all of our exercises, okay? The next class for business results will be tomorrow. Getting results in business will be tomorrow at the same hour, and we'll be doing a new short story 1 hour earlier, 9 GMT, in our Great Short Stories class. So stick around. Okay, I'll be back in 30 seconds for pronunciation practice. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.